Hi everybody, it's Anne from Annalise Creates, Annalise Creations. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is windy today, but warm, hot, muggy. And we normally don't get too much humidity here, especially with our drought that we're having here in the state of California. But today it just feels muggy. Feels like there's a little bit of moisture in there, but it's not cloudy, so I don't think it's going to rain today. Do I sound like somebody you might know on YouTube? Her name is, can anybody guess her name? Anybody? I'll keep you guessing. Anyhow, she does the weather report. So, yeah. So that was my weather report for today. As I'm putting lotion on my hands. My hands have been really, really dry lately. I've been doing a lot of swimming in my pool because the doctor ordered it for me with my fibromyalgia. And there's days where I get in the pool and I don't want to be in there because my body's going, no, don't do this to me. No, I don't want to be in the pool. But yeah, okay, so I'm here to do my junk journal my way. Inspired by Shannon Green, Journaling by Fives, and by Kelly Donovan's. She's got a junk journal going that she's been doing some pages in a magazine, and that inspired me to start my own. So, you've seen the front cover, and the last one we did was this boots one. These boots are made for walking. Okay, so that was a fun one. So now I've come over, I flipped back towards the front, and Victor last week sent me some happy mail. It was very happily received. I really enjoyed it. And he sent me a junk journal where he had sewn in an envelope. It was just a typical, envelope that you receive in the mail that usually has your bills or junk mail or something in it. So I had an empty one that my husband, we pay all our bills paperless. Even though they still seem to send us the statements, save some paper, but they still send the statements and we pay it online. It makes no sense to me. But anyways, so I keep all the envelopes that come because, of course, I like the patterns on the inside of these security envelopes. And so I went ahead and took a piece of masking tape and taped it down so that I could get it in the book. I could have probably glued it in, but I went this route. After all, it is a junk journal, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And like I said before, this is a perfect way to do some experimenting with supplies or projects or just, what am I trying to say today? My words fail me. So, yeah, to try different techniques with supplies that you might have, art supplies that you may have, as well as just experimenting in general, or practicing your drawing skills, or practicing painting. It could be anything, and that's what makes this perfect, is because that way, if you mess up, who cares? You can paint back over it, or you can just ignore it, or you could even just glue those pages together and not worry about it. Instead of, working in a very expensive art journal that you might be worried about ruining the pages or, something like that. Generally, I don't worry too much about ruining my expensive art journal books because, to me, they're meant to be worked in, and if I make a mistake, I can paint back over it. But for some of us, and I do have issues sometimes, I tend to be OCD about certain things, which is overly compulsive disorder. Yeah. So anyways, I have a cabinet, and I got it at IKEA. It's a very skinny, long cabinet, and it has little drawers in it. And I keep all my junk journal stuff in it now. All my little bits and pieces of things that I might receive in Happy Mail, or I might get in the mail, just from junk. Just scraps and things that I set aside to be using for my art journal. So today I've taken a few of those pieces thinking, okay, let's see what I can do with them. So I am not going to do any more talking. I'm just going to do the process, and I hope you enjoy watching. See you in a little while. Toodles! So I am almost done. I'm going to go ahead and outline some of the things I've glued on to the page here. So I'm just going to do some outlining and show the process. I hope you enjoyed the process of my page. I did it in very much the same techniques I use when I create my drop paper. With my drop paper, I often use, after I get all kinds of marks and paints and things on it, I will go ahead and add extra bits and pieces of paper, and I make additional marks and things, and when I'm all done filling up my whole drop paper is when I go ahead and either punch out shapes or I create something else with my drop paper. Sometimes I use it as backgrounds. I haven't filmed anything like that using my drop paper as a background, but I may do that in a future video on my journal here. So my junk journal my way. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I shall see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Toodles.